Hello, welcome students, and this is the second lectures on the same topic, that is differentiation. In the first lectures, we are just to discuss the formulas about the differentiations and some information, introductions about the differentiation. In these lectures, we are just to revise what we are discussed the first lecture, some formulas, and start to discussions of some different things and some next step in the topic of differentiation. This is the lecture number 2 on the topic of differentiation. Some formulas we are discussed. The differentiation, it means the changes of the functions with respect to some parameters. This is called as the differentiations. Consider the displacement which are changes with respect to time. Displacement are continuously changes with respect to time. This displacement is known as the velocities. And if the displacement are continuously not changes, the displacement must be constant, and the differentiations of these constant is 0. And this is our first formula, differentiation of constant. It means d by dx of constant, it must be 0. This is our first formula, differentiation of constant. Consider the differentiation, the function has a power. It means the power of these functions is considered a number. It means x raised to n. Then the differentiations of the second function, then d by dx of these functions x had some power, some numerical power. It means n is a natural numbers, or n is any numbers, whole numbers. It has a power. Then the differentiations of x raised to n, we taken the n into x raised to n minus 1. This is the second formula of the differentiations, which are mostly discussed in the first lectures of differentiations. Then the differentiations, inverse differentiation. If the differentiation or parameter which are considered, a function which are considerations, or the functions we want to find the differentiations of that functions is in the denominator, then the differentiation of this function, that is d by dx of 1 upon x, is must be minus 1 by x square. This is a third functions or third formula to derive the differentiations of the functions which are under these conditions. Then fourth one, the differentiations of square root. The functions is under the square root. Differentiations of x, it means 1 upon 2 into root of x. These are all formulas which are discussed in the first lectures. And this four formula is about the algebraic functions. This four formula is about the algebraic functions, and the fifth one formulas is about the trigonometric function. The first functions of trigonometric, there is sine of x. The functions under the sine of the function x is differentiation of sine x is must be cos x. Differentiation of sine x, the function is sine x, then the differentiation of this sine x is cos x. Then the reverse, the differentiation of cos x is must be minus of sin x. Differentiation of cos x is must be minus of sin x. Then the seventh one formula, the differentiation of another trigonometric function, that is differentiation of tan x is equal to sec square of x. Differentiation of the tan x is give another one functions in the same, that is trigonometry. Then what about the differentiation of sec x? This is the eighth. Differentiation of sec x is equal to the sec x into tan x. These are the product of two differentiation, two different trigonometric functions. Then what about the differentiation of cosec x? Differentiation of cosec x is equal to minus cosec x into cot x. Then the 10th one formula is differentiation of cot of x is equal to minus cosec square x. These all are formula which are discussed in the first lectures when we are starting with the introductions of differentiations and some formulas and solve some problems. Then the 11th functions or 11th formulas which we are discussed in the previous lectures. This the exponential function, the differentiation of exponential function is not any changes. in the differentiation of exponential function. When we are taken the differentiation of some exponential functions, the functions could not be changes anything. Then the a raised to x, 12th one formula is, that is differentiation of a raised to x into log of a. And now just last one formula, the differentiation of log of logarithmic function. Differentiation of logarithmic function is 1 upon x. These all are such formulas which are must be discussed in the previous lectures, and we want to remind the all these formulas for the solving the differentiation of certain functions. These functions may be in the algebraic functions, trigonometric functions, exponential and logarithmic functions. These are all functions we can be find the differentiations with the using of these certain formulas. Must be these 13 formulas. Okay, let's rub off these all, because we must be discussed all these formulas in the previous lectures, the first lectures of the trigonometry. Okay, now in these lectures we are solving some different, we are studying some different things or some next step on the topic of differentiations. This finding the differentiation of product rule, the rule, product rule. Consider two different functions. Consider two different functions. One is the function of x square plus 2, and another one function that is x raised to 3 plus 5. These are two functions having the consider x square as a variables and x cube as a variables, and these two functions are product to each other. How can we find the differentiation of these two functions? आपल्याला आतापर्यंत एका फंक्शनचं डिफरन्शिएशन कसं कॅल्क्युलेट करायचं हे आपल्याला माहिती होतं, पण दोन वेगवेगळे फंक्शन्स आहेत. त्या दोन वेगवेगळ्या फंक्शनचं जर आपलं प्रोडक्ट असेल, समजून घ्या आपण ह्याचा प्रोडक्ट करू शकतो. बट नाव व्हॉट अबाउट दिस फंक्शन sin x plus x. आता या दोन्ही फंक्शनचं डिफरन्शिएशन कसं कॅल्क्युलेट करायचं, बिकॉज दीज टू फंक्शन्स इन द फॉर्म ऑफ प्रोडक्ट्स. देन कन्सिडर द फर्स्ट प्रोडक्ट इज u. Function u, first function is x square plus 2 is a u, and another one functions v, that is sine of x plus x. And these two functions, then y or f of x is equal to y or f of x is equal to u into v, and this product rule are said must be u into v rules. Then how can I find the product and the derivations of these two functions which are product to each other? Let's start. Whenever we find the derivative of these two functions which are product to each other, then we taken the differentiation of this function, that is dy by dx of the function f is equal to, we taken the first function as a constant. We taken the first function as a constant and find the differentiation of the second function with respect to x, then dv by dx. This is the first step. Then plus, we taken the addition sign plus another one. Then now we taken the second function as a constant. First time we taken the first function as a constant and find the differentiation of the second function, plus, and the second time we taken the second function as a constant, then find the differentiation of the first function, that is du by dx. This is the formula, or this is the rule. This is some steps to finding the differentiation of these products. These products are must be in the, these functions which are must be in the product. Now let's find the differentiation of this function. These examples which are taken now. Let's start. Dy by dx is equal to, what is the u? U must be were taken constant, that is common, x square plus 2, and find the differentiation of v. V is d by dx of sine of x plus x. Then in between these two functions, we are taken the addition sign. Then the second function, that is sin x plus x, as a constant. Sin x plus x taken as a constant, and derivative of the first product, that is d by dx of the first product, is x square plus 2. Now these functions, these steps are followed like this. Then dy by dx is equal to the first functions as a constant, that is x square plus 2, and the differentiation of this function. The differentiation of sin x is a cos x, which are discussed starting when we are starting this lecture. That is, differentiation of sin x is a cos x into cos x, plus differentiation of x with respect to x is 1, plus this plus are carry on, plus sin x plus x as a constant, sin x plus x taken as a constant, and differentiation of x square plus 2. These two functions, differentiation d by dx of this function x square plus 2. How can find the differentiation of x square plus 2? 2 is a constant. We know that 2 is a constant, and differentiation of 2 is must be 0. In between them, we are additions. They have addition. In between them, they had additions. If they have additions, we just differentiation differently or separately. Then how can find the differentiations of x square? X is one of the functions, and they had certain power in the numerical value, that is x raised to n. And find with the using of x raised to n is equal to n into x raised to n minus 1. The x squared is equal to 2 into x raised to 2 minus 1 is 1. Then 2x plus, then 2x plus 0. This is the formula, and this is the final answer of these two functions, final answer of the differentiation of these two functions, these such as product of each other. Okay, let's revise certain things. How can I find the differentiations of two functions which are product to each other? U and V are these two functions, they are product to each other. How can I find the differentiation of these two products commonly or the combinedly? Then the u is the first function taken as a common, and differentiation of the second functions, plus then now the time of the second function taken as a common, and differentiation of the first functions. For the more perfections of these formulas as well as the rule, product rule, we want to calculate the differentiations of certain functions with the help of product rules as well as formulas. Okay, the first function is y is equal to under root sine of x cube. The first, y is equal to under root, that is the sine of x raised to 3. This one functions, we want to find the differentiations of this. Okay, we know that any function under the square root, they had the power. If the x is under the square root, then differentiation of x is 1 upon 2 root of x. But in the form of x as sine of x cube as a x, we treated sine of x cube as a x, then these whole functions as treated x. Now differentiation with respect to x. Differentiate with respect to x. Then dy by dx is equal to 1 upon 2 root of x. It means sine of x raised to 3. This is only for this 3 is power of only for x, not a sine x. Then the d by dx of remaining function, that is sine of x raised to 3. Now second step, dy by dx is equal to, that is differentiation of sine of x cube. Sine, this all function x cube treated as only one single function, that is x. These all functions in the form of functions, we are just treated x. Then sine of x, the differentiation of sine x is a cos of x. In the form of these, differentiation of sine of x cube is equal to cos of x raised to 3. Cos of x raised to 3. Then this cos of x raised to 3 has taken like this. That is cos of x raised to 3 divided by 2 into under root sine of x raised to 3. But this x raised to 3 as one of the standing a separate function. X raised to 3 standing as a separate function, and we must be differentiation of this function, that is d by dx of x cube. X had a separate functions and they had some power, certain power, that is 3. Then we want to follow the formulas x raised to n into x raised to n minus 1. Then n is a 3, then x raised to 3 is equal to 3 into 3 minus 1. It means x cube is equal to differentiation of x cube is equal to 3x raised to, and this 3x raised to 2 taken as like, then dy by dx is equal to 3x square into cos of x cube divided by 2 into under root of sine of x raised to 3. This is the final answer of the differentiation of these functions. Okay, how can I find? We just use all certain things, all certain formulas. This function is in the form of trigonometry functions, algebraic functions, and we are used 3 different formula to finding the differentiation of these functions. Now second problem. Second problem is y is equal to cot square of. Second one, y is equal to cot square of x cube. And just to treat cot of x. Cot of x is one of the function, and they had a certain power, and we use the x raised to n for differentiation with respect to x. Now this function y is differentiation with respect to x is a dy by dx is equal to cot square and cot x. This all x raised to 3 is treated as a single x, then cot raised to 2. It means cot has a power, then 2 cot of x cube into d by dx of cot of x raised to 3. हा जो काही 2 आहे त्या कॉटच्या पॉवरला आहे. देन द कॉट हॅड अ nth power, it means n as a 2. Now next step, dy by dx equal to 2 cot x raised to 3 as it is. Then we know that this x raised to 3 treated as one of the functions on a single parameter, one single value, that is only x. Now let's find the differentiation of cot x. We know the differentiation of cot x. Differentiation of cot x is equal to minus cosec square x. Differentiation of cot x is minus cosec square x, and substitute in this into minus cosec square of x raised to 3, and x raised to 3 is standing a different function. Then we must be want to find the differentiation of these x raised to 3. First time cot has a power, then find the cot, and under we are taken the cot of x raised to 3. पहिल्यांदा आपण cot चा काढला, त्यानंतर हळूहळू आपण काय करतोय, ब्रॅकेटच्या मध्ये जायचा प्रयत्न करतो. आता आपण ब्रॅकेटच्या मधल्या फंक्शनचं आपण काय करायचं या ठिकाणी डिफरन्शिएशन काढायचं आहे. देन x raised to 3 dy by dx equal to 2 cot of x cube into minus, this minus is directly multiplied in this position. Yes, can I? Cosec square of x raised to 3 into differentiation of x raised to 3. We are just solving into 3x square. These 3 again multiply with it 2 because they both are constant. Then the final answer, that is dy by dx equal to minus 6x square. This x is also multiplied with, we have taken first minus 6x square into cot cot of x raised to 3 into cosec square of x raised to 3. These are the final answer or final steps of the functions. Now third one y is equal to, that is the log of cos of x raised to 5. And again this one function is under the functions and these also under the functions. एक हे दुसऱ्या फंक्शन मध्ये, दुसरा आहे तिसऱ्या फंक्शन मध्ये आहे. त्यामुळे आपण सगळ्यात शेवटचा त्यानंतर त्याच्यापेक्षा आतमध्ये ब्रॅकेटच्या आतमध्ये घुसून आपण काय करायचं या ठिकाणी डिफरन्शिएशन कॅल्क्युलेट करायचं आहे. दिस y is function in the form of x. Let's differentiation this y function, differentiation with respect to x. This y function is differentiation with respect to x. Then dy by dx is equal to, what is the differentiation of log and cos of x raised to 5? These all are considered as only x. Then the differentiation of log x is equal to 1 upon x. We must know. We must explain the right hand sides for the next time preparations. Then the 1 upon, that is cos of x raised to 5, and again differentiations of all the remaining function, that is cos of x raised to 5. Firstly, this cos of x raised to 5 function is treated as only single value or single parameter as a x. Then log of cos raised to 5 of x, then 1 upon x, and x is a cos of x raised to 5, and differentiation of these functions. Then dy by dx equal to 1 upon cos of x raised to 5. What is the differentiation of cos x? These x raised to 5 treated as only x. Then differentiation of cos x is a minus sin x. Then x as a x raised to 5 into minus of sin of x raised to 5 into d by differentiation of x raised to 5. In the form of trigonometry, we know that sin upon cos is a tan. Then minus sign taken as a common, sin of x raised to 5 divided by cos of x raised to 5 is a tan of x raised to 5. Then dy by dx is equal to minus tan of x raised to 5. And the differentiation of x raised to 5. 5 is a numerical numbers, n. Then x is an of the functions. The product, this function has a power, it means x raised to n x raised to 4. This 5 is multiplied, then the final answer dy by dx equal to minus 5x raised to 4 into tan of x raised to 5. This is our final answer, which we are calculated with the help of some certain formulas. But in these lectures we are again discuss one of the rule. This rule is known as product rule. आता त्या प्रोडक्ट रूलचा एखादा यूज म्हणून आपण एक एक्झाम्पल या ठिकाणी सॉल्व्ह करूया आणि लेक्चर फिनिश करायचं. Now problem number 4. Y is equal to x cube plus 2x minus 3 raised to 4 and into another one function x plus cos x plus cos x. In these problems I will use some different color chalks for the each and every steps. Consider this is one function and this is one is another functions, and cos raised to this is cube. These two different functions and these two different functions are product to each other. Now the first step is we treated u is x cube plus 2x minus 3 raised to 4, and v is equal to x plus cos of x raised to 3. These two function in the product. We know that the product rules, the function of product rule dy by dx equal to u into dv by dx, first function as a constant and differentiation as second function, plus second function as a constant and differentiation of first function. With the help of these rules and 13 important formulas about the differentiation, let's solve this problem. Okay, first step, differentiation with respect to x, with respect to x. Then the dy by dx, what is the u? The u taken as a common. Then this function is u. Then x cube plus 2x minus 3 raised to 4, we are just taken as a common. Then differentiation of d by dx of x plus cos x raised to 3, and plus in between them this is the plus, and v is a common. V, that is the second function, that is x plus cos of x raised to 3, and the differentiation of first function, that is du by dx into the first function is x cube plus 2x minus 3 raised to 4. Now हा तर कॉमन आहे आणि या ठिकाणी फर्स्ट टर्म मध्ये u हा कॉमन आहे, सेकंड टर्म मध्ये काय कॉमन आहे, v हा फंक्शन काय या ठिकाणी कॉमन आहे. तर फर्स्ट टर्म मध्ये आपल्याला डेरिव्हेटिव्ह फक्त आणि फक्त v फंक्शनचा काढायचा आहे, आणि सेकंड टर्म मध्ये आपल्याला डेरिव्हेटिव्ह ऑफ ओनली u फंक्शनचा काढायचा आहे. तत्पूर्वी लेट्स स्टार्ट the second step. I will be use some different color for the different step. Then dy by dx is equal to first function as common as it is x cube plus 2x minus 3x raised to 4. These whole functions has certain power. This whole functions has a certain power. या फंक्शन मध्ये देखील वेगवेगळे फंक्शन्स आहेत, ट्रिग्नोमेट्री आहे, एक अल्जेब्रिक फंक्शन आहे, बट या पूर्ण फंक्शन एकच ट्रीट केल्यानंतर त्या होल फंक्शनचा एक पॉवर आहे. त्यामुळे हा होल फंक्शन आपण ऍज ए एक्स ट्रीट करूया. देन x raised to n, the n into x raised to n minus 1, then 3 into x raised to x plus cos x raised to 2. Again the differentiation of these functions. Then the d by dx of x plus cos x. Now we finish the work of first term. आता सेकंड टर्म मध्ये काय करायचं, प्लस सेकंड टर्म मध्ये हा तर कॉमनच घेतलेला आहे, ऍज इट इज ठेवायचं, x प्लस cos x raised to 3. आता जशा पद्धतीने आपण ह्या टोटल फंक्शनला एक x ट्रीट करता, इथे देखील हा टोटल फंक्शनला आपण फक्त x ट्रीट करायचा आहे आणि त्याला काहीतरी पॉवर आहे ना. देन x raised to n हा फॉर्म्युला वापरायचा आहे, 4 into x cube plus 2x minus 3, and the differentiation of this function d by dx of x cube plus 2x minus 3. हा झाला second step. Now third step. These all are taken, these 3, हा जो काही 3 आहे are multiplied the first, then dy by dx equal to 3 into x cube plus 2x minus 3 into another one functions, that is x plus cos of cos x squared into d by dx of x. What is the differentiation of x is only x. Differentiation of x is 1. Then the differentiation of cos x is a minus sin x. The first term will be finished. Plus, these are whole biggest plus. This is all about the first term. You taken as a constant, differentiation of v, plus v taken as a constant, differentiation of u. In the second step, These all are function constant, but multiplied by 4, these 4 are taken first. Then 4 into x plus cos x bracket cube, x plus cos x bracket cube into another function x cube plus 2x minus 3, x cube plus 2x minus 3 into differentiation of x cube plus 2x minus 3, x cube plus 2x minus 3 या सगळ्या वेगवेगळ्या टर्म आहेत, त्यामध्ये ऍडिशन आहे, त्यामुळे आपण काय करू शकतो, डिफरन्शिएशन सेपरेटली कॅल्क्युलेट करू शकतो. देन इनटू differentiation of x cube, x raised to 3, then 3 as a then 3 n into x raised to n minus 1, n minus 1 is 2 because 3 is as a n. This is x 3x square. Differentiation of 2x, 2 is a constant number we taken outside, 2 is the constant taken outside, and differentiation of x must be 1, then plus 2 and 3 as a constant, differentiation of 3 is same. This is must be, I think this is the final step which we are calculated like this. पहिल्यांदा आपण काय केलं, या ठिकाणी दोन वेगवेगळे फंक्शन दिले होते, त्या दोघांचा प्रोडक्ट दिला होता. तर आपल्याला एक फॉर्म्युला माहिती आहे किंवा एक रूल्स आपण या लेक्चरमध्ये शिकलेला आहे, डिफरन्शिएशन ऑफ प्रोडक्ट रूल. Then the differentiation of two different functions which are the product to each other, then how can we find the differentiation? This treated u and v, two different functions. Firstly, differentiation of these functions with the help of product. First function as taken common, differentiation of second function, plus second function taken as a common and differentiation of first function. With the help of these formulas, we just solve all these problems with the 3 to 4 steps. I think this is our final answer. Then first u is x cube plus 2x minus 3 raised to 4. हा फंक्शन या ठिकाणी कॉमन घेतला, हा होता आपला u. Then differentiation of v काय होता, x plus cos x raised to 3. त्यानंतर पहिल्यांदा आपण हा x ट्रीट केला आणि त्याचा काहीतरी पॉवर होता, तत्पूर्वी प्लस v हा कॉमन घेतला आणि डिफरन्शिएशन ऑफ u. v काय होता, x plus cos x raised to 3 as a common and differentiation of x cube plus 2x minus 3 raised to 4. This is our u. And the second step, third step, then what is this function is taken as it is and how can be differentiation of this function. हा एकच पॅरामीटर कन्सिडर केला आहे x आणि त्याचा काहीतरी पॉवर आहे. Then x raised to n, this number x raised to n, using this formula n into x raised to n minus 1 and differentiation of these functions. राहिलेला जो काय आतला जो ब्रॅकेट मधला पार्ट होता त्याचा देखील डिफरन्शिएशन आपल्याला मस्ट बी कॅल्क्युलेट करायचा आहे. प्लस हा जो v आहे ऍज इट इज कॉमन घेतलेला आहे. डिफरन्शिएशन ऑफ x, x काय होता या ठिकाणी, x क्यूब प्लस 2x मायनस 3. हा एक फंक्शन आहे पण त्या फंक्शनचा पॉवर आहे आणि हा टोटल फंक्शनला आपण काय ट्रीट केला, x ट्रीट केला. अशा पद्धतीने आपण सॉल्व केला. देन 4 into I think it has a certain power, this is 3 and इथं देखील 3 यावं लागेल. Okay, because for n minus 1 4 is n minus 1 is 3. Then x cube plus 2x minus 3 आणि याचा फंक्शन्स आपण याचा डेरिव्हेटिव्ह पण या ठिकाणी कॅल्क्युलेट केलेला आहे. Okay, now in the next lectures we are again solve some practice set problem set or with the help of certain different rules again discuss the differentiation number 3, lecture number 3 in the next time.